Hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Every year I like to sit down and reflect on what I learned this year as a way to kind of process what happened and also get ready to incorporate these lessons into the year ahead. That's exactly what we're going to do in this video. Let's dive in. Lesson number 1, and this is a pretty obvious one, hold your plans loosely, or really hold your expectations loosely. The reality is we're only disappointed when we have expectation, and if this year has taught us anything, it's to really hold our plans and expectations loosely. Number 2, and kind of along those lines, it's really to hold those expectations loosely, but also don't lose sight of your bigger mission. If you know me, or even if you work with me, you know I'm really big on identifying your personal mission statement and your professional mission statement. Ideally, these are going to have a whole lot of overlap. And really, this is about looking at what is the big picture impact that you want to have on the world. So you need to go beyond just, well, I want to help my clients, or I want to help 20 individuals a week feel less anxious or work through their trauma. You need to think more large scale. If you help those 20 individuals, what's the ripple impact of them getting better and healing the community, right? Or them going out and finding more harmony with other people, right? Or promoting world peace, etc., etc. Number 3, and this is a big one, therapists, we are more important than ever before, perhaps in the history of time. At the very beginning of this year, or when all these things kind of started unfolding, Google searches for therapists went through the roof. They were at an all-time high, and they remain at an all-time high. What does that tell us? Well, that tells us that people are really feeling the effects of the challenges of this year, and will keep feeling those effects, and that our help is now more important than ever before. For this reason, we really need to step up as therapists, to hold our value, to show people what we're really all about, and to be there for our clients. The reality is that people generally tend to undervalue therapy, right? And by undervaluing therapy, that's a way to keep promoting the stigmatization of mental health, right? So by you valuing yourself, holding your value, setting really good fees that allow you to make a great living, you are promoting therapy, and you are promoting and reducing the stigma around mental health. Number 4, a little more practical, but you need to have a cash reserve for your business and also in your personal life. Cash reserve is just 3 to 6 months of expenses, right? So for your business, this is everything from your office rent to the money you spend on advertising, etc., etc. When you have this cash cushion, then when things come along and kind of rock the boat a little bit, or you have some unexpected expenses, or you get sick and are out for a bit, it's going to be just a lot less bothersome when you have that cash reserve to pull from. Again, ideally, you have that same cash reserve or a similar cash reserve on the personal side, which is 3 to 6 months of your expenses personally. Number 5, you've heard it before, but I want to just remind you guys, you have to care for yourself before you care for others. It's the whole putting on your oxygen mask first before you help others on the plane. This holds true. This holds more true than ever before this year. A lot of people have been adapting to working from home or having kids doing school from home, all sorts of major challenges. And in order to really show up for your clients, you need to first take care of yourself. That means taking time off, setting clear boundaries with work, not checking your email at 9:30, making sure you have hobbies and interests outside of work and outside of your family. This is crucial, right? Take care of yourself so that you can take better care of others. Number 6, be nimble and stay nimble. What does this mean? Well, it means being really flexible and constantly adapting to your business, to what's going on in the world, how the market is changing, how consumers are changing, etc. For a lot of therapists this year, this meant transitioning very quickly into delivering their services online or through video conferencing format. Now, what this might look like in the future is a lot of clients might decide after things are kind of more normal again to stay online. They might enjoy the convenience of working with you online and not, going 20 minutes to your office and 20 minutes back in the middle of their workday, etc. So therapists should be prepared to stay online. Some therapists might even choose to stay online because of the convenience. Now, at the same time, I think being nimble also means realizing that the way that therapy is kind of delivered might continue to change as well. In other words, I think a lot of therapists are going to move more into things like a productized versions of therapy. So let's say you're really good at treating insomnia. Well, then you create an insomnia course for your clients, and maybe you have them go through that as an adjunct to your therapy, or if people can't afford your therapy, they can go through your course. Maybe you have a great membership site for people dealing with trauma, something like that. The point is, I think a lot of therapists are going to be really productizing and diversifying their income stream streams as we move forward. And I think consumers are going to be a lot more open to kind of receiving the value of therapy in creative and different digital formats. Number 7, diversify your income streams, right? One of the biggest threats to a therapy practice or a traditional therapy practice is that you're not making money if you're not in the chair seeing a client. This is a major threat to your business and to your income. Instead, you want to diversify your income streams, similar to if you have an investment portfolio, you want to diversify that portfolio so that if something breaks, right, or if you take a real loss on a certain asset, that you've got other assets that are there and going to kind of balance out and reduce your risk. So what this looks like for me is having many revenue streams, as many revenue streams as possible within reason, right? Within reason for things that I can actually keep up with and build effectively. So for me, this is everything from selling online courses, running mastermind groups, having affiliate income from different products and services that I promote, right? So I make a good bit of my income from affiliate programs or different things that I promote. This is entirely passive, and a lot of these are recurring or subscription-based services. So I get a recurring cut of products and services that I promote. Another one might be, let's say you have a really great VA that's doing great work for you and helping you run your therapy practice. You might train them and then, have them work with other therapy practices and pay you for a small profit. Maybe you have a really great kind of paperwork packet that you could sell as an individual product. Maybe you have a certain way of doing therapy or kind of a model of your own that you want to kind of package and sell to other people. Maybe you have other clinicians working in your practice. The point is, diversify your income streams and make sure that you are always looking at the threats to your business. Number 8, and this has been a huge one for me this year, keep designing your business around your ideal life, okay? People talk about this a lot, but they don't really go into depth about what it really means. For me, this is thinking about a single ideal day, right? So when I've had a really good day, what does that look like, and what role does my business play in that? So for me, that's waking up early, 6 or 6:30 a.m., going surfing for a couple hours in the morning, having an espresso, by the beach where I live here in California, taking my time, having a slow morning, thinking about my business, thinking about my life a bit before I go and start my meetings and whatnot for the day, showing up and working from 10:30 or 11 to about 5 p.m., being really focused when I am at work and having sessions or making content or working on my courses or whatever it is, running a really small team so that I don't have tons and tons of people who need help from me every single week. Of course, I have income goals that go along with all this. So I want to see if I can make X amount of dollars working just X amount of hours per week, spending the rest of the time with my wife, with my daughter, making music, making art, things like that. These are all really important to me, right? So the longer I do this, the more that I get clear on my ideal day, and I try to really design my business to fit that and not the other way around, not just, create this big untenable business where I'm super busy, seeing 30 people a week, and even if I'm making great money, I'm constantly on the verge of burnout. I'm not spending any time with my family or doing other things that I love, etc., etc. Maybe this sounds familiar. Hey, I encourage you to make your own list for what you've learned in 2020 and maybe share a few of those points down in the comments below. I think this is a great exercise to do at the end of every year as we look forward to the year to come. Hey, my name's John Clark. I'm a licensed therapist and a business coach at privatepracticeworkshop.com. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, check out all the other great videos in our channel, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers.